Hello and welcome to SCI Guys, the show where we talk about the crazy, weird, and wonderful stories from the science world. I'm Corey, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, the loose-lipped Luke Cutford. Look, I want to be clear, right, that before we started this episode, we agreed that Luke would not react in any way to being called out in the opening, other than being like, "Hi." That wasn't like something I enforced on you. That was something you brought up yourself. You said, "I remember, I'm not going to do this," and I was like, "Okay, cool, yeah, just say hi or something."
But I'm just so loose-lipped, Corey. Can't help it.
This week we're talking about breastular embiggening and Hypno-tits. But first, I've got a question.
What's your question?
Now, as you know,
what
I did not.
Hypno-tits? That's my question.
As you know, I did not write a question for this, and I said to you before recording, I'm just going to choose the first thing that's come to my mind, even though I know I shouldn't.
And it was tits.
Yeah. Do you want bigger? Do you want bigger tits? Do you want bigger boobies, big bobbies, biggie Bobby Browns?
Oh, don't like that.
Look at Stranger Things, Luke. It's topical. Biggie Bobby Browns.
Sorry, I just can't get over the fact that I worked with Millie on a film, but when she was 15, and I can't. That's just
Luke, horrible.
Yeah,
no, terrible.
Oh.
What's even weirder is that you. Is that you married her stand-in? That was creepy.
I was already married to her stand-in.
Oh, it's even
worse. I've got so many funny Millie Bobby Brown stories from that shoot, but I can't really tell any of them.
Well, thank you for blue ballsing us with comedically speaking. Okay, no. So the question, do you want bigger boobies?
Personally, I don't want bigger boobies, and I'm unfussed about bigger boobies, but sure, someone wants bigger boobies.
Well, I've got a real surprise for you at the end of the show. Wait till the end of the show. You stick around till the end, Luke, and I've got a surprise.
I don't know if I want to.
Well, you have to, contractually speaking.
Damn it! I knew I should have got a lawyer.
You are our lawyer.
I am the lawyer.
So in 2013, Luke, The Sun published an article entitled "Can You Really Think Your Boobs Bigger?" wherein they work with a hypnotist to test a hypothesis. Now, over a decade later, this article is major news, and to our friends unhappy with their seat on the itty bitty titty committee, I'm sorry to say that it's not because scientists have had a recent breakthrough. Do you
might
know,
be perfectly happy there.
Do you know why this article is
I
making
know
rounds
why.
again?
Because the guy who supposedly hypnotizes people's tits to be bigger is now the leader of the Green Party.
Yeah. That's a direct line. You can see how one leads to the other right there.
Yeah, it's fascinating because I thought like the Green Party were kind of like the only serious party left, really. Because Labour are just sort of fighting with each other. The Tories, well, we've got reform. But like, it was really only the Greens really left being actually kind of vaguely serious about things because they've had like a thing. This is our thing. They've stuck to that thing for ages. That's very impressive.
You know, it was. I think it's like when. Do you know at Christmas when you're at the kids' table, and then you hit about like 16, 17, 18, and there were much younger kids in your family, but you're still at the kids' table for some reason.
Why? No, I wasn't. No, I don't relate to this.
Yes, and.
Oh, yes, and.
No. Analogy over, okay? So let's just get Zack Polanski is who you're talking about. Was that just
some trauma you were trying to get out there?
No,
Corey?
I didn't have many children in my family. Look, if we want to talk about my family trauma, we'll do it in a much... Zack Polanski... he's the current leader of the Green Party. That's right. Who is Zack Polanski? Any more about Zack Polanski?
He hypnotizes people's boobs bigger.
Okay, right.
No, I don't know. He's bald, I think.
Jeez, okay.
I don't know. Genuinely don't know anything else about him
Okay,
other than
great.
the hypnotizing and the leader of the Green Party. I think he's a bit more like rough and ready. Is that true?
My lord.
Is he Northern?
What have you been doing Never mind. Okay, look.
I try not to pay attention.
I wrote my notes with the assumption that you would know who Zack Polanski was. So let me just go through. So you're right, Luke. He's the current leader of the Green Party.
Okay, is he bald?
Don't have that in my notes. I wouldn't say he's bald. I think he has hair. I think he shaves his head.
Maybe he hypnotizes himself bald.
I feel like I need to put a stopper in these hypnotism jokes. He denounced this. We'll get into why what his actual response was, like, at the end. But I do need to say that he came out against this article from The Sun. And I need to point out as well, Luke, you've read the article. It's an article that was in The Sun.
Yes.
So
top class quality journalism. That's what you're saying, right?
I would say The Sun is... We'll get to what The Sun is in a second. Let's finish what Zack Polanski is. Zack Polanski, current leader of the Green Party, all right? He's a recovering theatre kid. He's a former hypnotherapist, as you said. He's what you find at home when your mum says, we have Zoran Mamdani at home. He's Jewish, gay, and a leftist. So, like, if Karl Marx was an OC... Why did I write this down? I was seeing a Tumblr Ask blog in 2014. Do you know that? Do you know Hamilton? Do you know Hamilton?
I know Hamilton.
Do you remember when someone made like a Hamilton modern high school AU, and they posted like all the drawings that they did for it? And so it was like Thomas Jefferson, pansexual, trans mask, and he had like a Hatsune Miku binder on.
I think this is revealing that we live on very different corners of the internet.
No, I didn't see, this became a meme. Don't do this to me. No.
My YouTube is like top 5 home servers.
This wasn't on YouTube. And actually, if we talk about what we were doing in 2014, look, if we talk about what we were doing in 2014,
yeah.
I think you have a few.
I was loads of Tumblr time.
Except like lots of people were following you and you were making lots of money from it. That was the difference between you and me.
Oh, the glory days.
I didn't sell out, Luke. I was being weird on the internet to no applause.
Why though? What was driving you?
Beating you.
Okay.
I saw you and I was like, I hate this guy. I'm gonna.
Well, I stopped 5 years ago and you still haven't beaten me. So...
Wow. Well, look, slowly your subscriber numbers will continue to drop.
Yes. I hit 500,000 again for the second time on the way back down.
Do you think they'll send you another plaque when you hit 100k?
Please. That would be so nice. I could melt it. They're made of solid gold.
The 100k ones.
The original ones were, yeah.
Solid gold.
Yes.
Solid all the way through. Gold, the element.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose 100,000 was a lot more.
It was different back in the day, yeah.
It was different back
in
the day.
They gave you a solid bullion gold flag? No, they did not. Obviously, they did not. Well, to be fair, I've never tested it. So we could melt it. Let's do a video. Melting the YouTube plaque from 2012.
That fully sounds like a Nile Red or Blue video. Do you watch Nile Red or Blue?
Again, different corners of the internet.
You'd love it. You'd love it. It's a man who does chemistry. Anyway, we should get back to the episode that we're supposed to be doing.
I only have space in my life for one scientist, and that's you. I'm
not. Stop. I'm not a scientist.
You are in my mind.
That's bad. That's not good. That would be. I'm gonna carry on with the episode.
Yeah.
So, do you know what his salary is, Zack Polanski?
For being in the Green Party?
No, for being a member of the London Assembly.
Of magicians?
No, just the London Assembly. You don't know anything about politics.
What is
you live in London or elsewhere?
Is that what is it? Is it like a? Oh, is it like a bunch of guys
or girls?
Or are there any girls?
Probably.
Hopefully. And is it like are they like a sort of a forum and they just sort of make decisions? Like for the mayor, does the mayor go to them and go, "What should we do?" And then they're like, "Make boobs bigger for £220 an hour." What is it? Is it like the Senate? Is it like the Senate?
I don't know.
Do they sit in a circle?
All I know is what his salary is, and that's £66,390.
Bloody hell.
So not really a leftist, are you, Zach? Oh,
Whoa.
I shouldn't say that. He follows me on Instagram. So
does he?
He does, yeah. But he follows, I think, many people that if you post about joining the Green Party on your Instagram stories, you might get a follow back from Zack Polanski.
I am.
You might do.
Yeah, I'm a member of the Green Party.
Are you?
Yeah.
So am I. Yeah, this is a green podcast.
Yes.
Let's change the color scheme. The original color scheme was supposed to be green, wasn't it? And then I'll tell you this. What happened was, we commissioned someone, and I said, green for the color scheme. We want the color scheme to be green. And they sent back purples. And I was like, I guess we're using purple then.
Can you read?
Well, I was like, this works, fine, whatever. And so the reason that SCI GUYS is purple was not our choice at all.
Because that guy can't read. That's great. I actually genuinely didn't know that.
There's lots of things you didn't know about the history of this podcast. So the article, Luke, was in The Sun. What is The Sun?
The greatest newspaper of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Bastion of truth and goodness. Boobs on page 3, to be fair.
Yes, well done.
In
Good.
my
I'm glad you mentioned that because in my notes it literally just says mention page 3. Would you like to explain what page 3 of The Sun is?
So page 3 of The Sun is the thing that all the boys in my class at school would like pass around to each other, but they wouldn't pass it to me.
So that's a good explanation of what The Sun is, what page 3 of The Sun is in your life
Yes.
experience.
If
now,
as
if
a
someone who
narcissist.
doesn't know what the sun is, or
Okay.
who hasn't lived, say, for example, your exact life,
Oh yeah, there are other
yeah,
people.
there are other people.
Whoa.
Theory of mind.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just getting that turned on now. Sorry, that sounds. Sorry, just all the boobs, you know. No, don't like that. Can we cut that? Let's not. We can't do it. Anyway, the page 3. Page 3 is. It used to be. It's not anymore. Thank the Lord and Savior, Rupert Murdoch.
Just explain.
They had boobs on it. They had page 3 girls. They were models, and they had boobs on their page 3 of the Sun, and that was why all the teenage boys probably didn't buy it, but stole page 3, and then they stopped doing it. Presumably,
I think 2013.
yeah. I think there was some story about Rupert Murdoch's his mum really not liking it, and he didn't do it. Yes, he didn't do page 3 in Australia. Crucially, the Sun is in Australia, but it didn't have a page 3.
The Sun, crucially, Luke, is all over the planet.
I hope not, because we'd all be dead.
No, not all the time. Not all the time, Luke. Just
meant
sometimes.
physically on us. Yeah, we wouldn't know much about it. No, in Australia, where I think Rupert Murdoch's possibly from Australia or lived in Australia, whatever. But his mum was there, and the Sun did not have a page 3 in Australia because his mum was very strict, and she didn't like it.
Well, that's insane, actually. And
He's
I was
a real
wrong.
mama's boy, Rupert Murdoch.
let's not humanize him. It wasn't 2013. I got that wrong. That might have been like the Yorkie, where that stopped being sexist. I think page 3 lasted until 2015.
Okay.
So yeah, as you were saying, page 3 on the Sun is it was just a topless woman model.
Nothing else.
You buy the Sun, you go to page 3, and there's just a topless woman on it.
But they
and
were
the Sun's not
famous.
like, it's not like a, what is it, like a small publication either. It was one of the major sort of like tabloid newspapers in the UK.
Yeah. And these women were like super famous. Being like a page 3 girl was like a really big deal, I think. It's funny because is it the modeling world or is it the pornography world? Like, I don't know quite where it sits, because it's not like really explicit in any way. But it's also not like, I think that's probably also a line that like
I think it's
lots
its own
of like
thing.
fashion models don't cross.
Yeah, maybe it was more in the porn world. Anyway, not great to be talking about this so early in a YouTube video. So, I asked you what the Sun was, and you answered correctly, but I would have also accepted the most popular member of the Holy Trinity. Yeah?
Yes, yeah.
A closeted queer outed by Annie.
Sun, what?
The Sun will come out tomorrow. That's what Annie said. The Sun will come out when it's damn good and ready, Annie. You don't need to...
Wow, she's really jumping the gun there. The Sun was about to come out, and you're like, the Sun's going to come out tomorrow.
Oh God! Oh no, Annie! Why would you? I know you're an orphan, okay? And I know you live in squalor, but that's not okay. We can't be doing that.
She's engaging in fraudulent betting as well, because she's telling everyone to bet their bottom dollar that tomorrow the Sun's going to come out. So, like, the gambling commission needs to get on Annie and figure out what she was doing.
Yeah, forget Child Protective Services coming to look at Miss Hannigan. The FCC needs to crack down on Annie.
Financial fraud happening before our eyes.
Forget, not Daddy Warbucks. No. This little ginger orphan is the problem. Or the yellow star. Or the yellow star at the center of our solar system.
Yes.
Those are the other 3 suns I would have accepted.
I love that you said I answered correctly when I said it's a bastion of truth and all that is good.
Oh, is that what you said?
That's what I said.
Right. That was mostly incorrect. So, what is the Sun newspaper?
A newspaper?
No, really, what is it? Like, don't be sarcastic. Please.
It's a sort of, I think probably would be fair to say right-wing newspaper. Some of these newspapers confuse me. Like, there's a few of them, like the Daily Something is more left-wing than I thought it would be, but the Sun I think is right-wing, very pro-British, but like in the sort of dog whistly way.
Pro-British for you, not for me.
Yes, yes.
For anyone listening, I don't have to break to you. I'm not white. I'm not fully white. Sorry, guys.
Imagine if
they've
never seen you. They just listen.
Sorry to disappoint.
But they're really racist.
They heard me saying racist things. They were like, I like this guy.
I like this Scottish guy. He sounds good.
Yeah. No, I preempted this. And I thought the Sun newspaper is the only thing to beat used toilet roll for first place on the list of shittest papers. The answer to the question, I don't know why I wrote this down. I was spitballing ideas for
love
what I
that
could
you've
say.
pre-written yourself a bunch of jokes.
Well,
today.
just in case I had no material, and now I think it's funny that I wrote these and thought they were funny.
It is funny to admit that you wrote the jokes. Yeah.
Well, no, I do mostly do things off the cuff, but I was like, let's just have some things here in case I have nothing to say.
Yeah.
This one I was supposed to punch up, and then I didn't.
It's a half-baked joke, everyone.
Yeah, come on, guys, it's gonna be good.
Strap in.
The answer to the question: what's black and white and racist all over?
Ah, very good.
There's not even a joke.
Nope.
It is just racist. And then it says mention page 3, which we've done. We've done that. So we know what the sun is. I want to clarify, by the way, the way that you were waiting so much and you were so hesitant to say, oh, I think the sun is right wing, is really funny to me, because that's like sitting there being like, so I feel like maybe Donald Trump might be a kind of a bad dude.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe Epstein was into people on the younger side. You know, maybe. I can't be sure.
By the way, can I just share some really sad news? So that
You're on the Epstein list.
No. Can you imagine?
I'm sorry. I saw it in the news, and I was really upset for you, man. I was like, this is gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be a massive boon for your film career, but like.
No. So, but there is a person who I mentioned on this podcast quite a few times in the last couple of years who turns out was like, he wasn't like pedoing with Epstein, but he was involved with Epstein and was funded by Epstein. And that like really upset me because I really liked this guy. So yeah, soz for that. If you,
was it that guy that the guy who did the books or something? What was it? Which guy
the
was
guy
it?
who did the books or something.
Yeah. He did some kind of thing and you liked it?
No. He's fine. I think. Well, I'll go check, but he's fine. No, it's the AI guy. He's a guy called Joshua Bach. And then, it's not confirmed, but there's basically like a whole thing come out. Maybe it is confirmed actually, because there's all the Epstein emails. I think maybe he's in there. But he not only was he sort of doing sort of like Epstein-y stuff, not pedophile stuff, just like, you know, like taking money from Epstein. He was also kind of a bit, from my reading of it at least, a little eugenicsy, which is a real. I didn't know anyone openly eugenicsy anymore, but there we go. That's sad. I don't know if any of this is confirmed, so who knows? Maybe I'm going to get sued by Joshua Bach.
Well, we'll probably both get sued. But oh no, you said it, so maybe it just be you. That's
I think
fine.
it is true that he took funding from Epstein, because Epstein was always bopping around the world trying to be like, I'm a math guy, I'm going to fund science.
Let me give you money and then come to my island and I'll film. Anyway, no,
I don't think he went to the island. Well, I think we're good there.
Well, you can go to the island. Maybe you don't need to. Just going to the island in itself isn't incriminating, right?
No, is that the lie?
Maybe they have good shrimp cocktail
at this pedophile restaurant.
Look, it's like, okay, how do I put it? Do I want to say this?
Yeah, go on. No,
Do
please.
I?
Yeah, continue.
Right. Well, do you know how restaurants with like really, really low hygiene ratings sometimes have really, really good food?
Okay. So let's just translate this quickly. So that's islands with really, really bad pedophile ratings.
Good
sometimes
ones, really.
Really high pedophile ratings. Off the scale pedophile ratings. Sometimes have nice cocktails?
Yeah. Well, a shrimp cocktail is food, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying then? So Joshua Bach went
I think I'm
to
going
have
to cut
the
this.
shrimp cocktail on the Epstein Island, and that's fine.
So your AI guy turns out to have been a bad dude.
Well, he turns out to have taken money from a bad dude, and yes, I think possibly harbored a... Basically, he was sort of saying, like, let's give the resources to the smart, motivated people and let the other ones sort of not
right. That's not very good.
Yeah, not...
Do you know, I could have helped you out there. I could have told you that he was a bad dude earlier than you realized. Do you know how I would have known?
Because I liked him?
No, because he was a guy doing AI.
Oh.
Almost invariably, not a good bloke.
That's a
you know.
shame.
Oh
Yeah.
no, AI could be very powerful. It could be used for awesome things, and instead we're using it to do all the things that make life worth living. Which is
Next thing you're going to tell me,
insane.
Elon Musk's not a great guy.
Oh, Luke.
Oh, don't break my heart, Corey.
No.
Anyway, I've not watched the news in several years. Anything happened?
What happened to that guy that used to be on The Apprentice? Huh? He seemed like a funny character. What's he up to nowadays? So the article, Luke, let's talk about the article. It was published 11 p.m. online. I don't know whether it was published in the paper because I couldn't find out, and it's not really important. The article that I'm reading from, which is linked below, was published online at 11 p.m. the 12th of June 2013 in the Fabulous category on the Sun website. I just thought I'd mention that.
Alongside what? What else is in the Fabulous section?
Let me look. Right. So, but actually, Fabulous is on the top sort of tab. So you've got like Sun Club, News, Sport. Fabulous is number 4. Right. TV comes after Fabulous.
Top 4 categories, fabulous. Just fabulous stuff. Stuff that's fabulous.
Oh, wait, no. Okay, so it breaks down into real life, celebrity, parenting, horoscopes, health, relationship advice, hair and beauty and fashion. Are those all under Fabulous?
I think Fabulous is just that they've got the category other, and they've just given it a much more interesting name.
I think this is worse. I think. I mean, I think people are going to come for me for saying this. I think Fabulous is just women stuff.
Okay.
Let me read it out again. And this is stuff for the ladies.
Yeah.
Real life. Ladies love real life.
They do love real life, don't they?
Celebrities.
Men don't like real life.
No, men hate real life. No. Celebrity. Women love looking at women celebrities and being like, I want to cut off parts of my body to weigh the same as her. Women love doing that. Parenting. They love having children. They like. How many men do you know that have given birth to a baby? Not many.
Yeah,
not many.
I mean, I wouldn't like go and read the parenting section of. I have a child, and I wouldn't be like, "Ooh, what's in the parenting section?"
And that's why your child is so poorly raised. But I mean, seriously, like, how many men do you know that have taken it upon themselves? Like, when you had the discussion with your wife to have a baby, like, you obviously landed on her being the one to give birth.
Yes, after some deliberation,
exactly, right? So, like, most men don't want to do that. So, like, that's why parenting is women's stuff. Horoscopes. That's like science for ladies.
Oh my God, Corey. I think our audience is mostly female.
Because we talk about horoscopes all the time. Health.
Men hate being healthy.
You know, men do hate being healthy.
That's why they die younger, because they don't go to the doctor.
Exactly. Although I will say most of this women's health stuff is I say women's health stuff. It isn't women's stuff.
Yeah.
I can't see a single man on this page.
Okay.
I'm not even joking. I'm literally I'm scrolling. Is this a woman? This is a child. This is a lesbian woman.
And even if you do see a man, it's because there's an article about him making your boobs bigger with your mind.
Yeah, thus far the only oh, hold on, there was a man who was in a coma for 10 months.
Thank goodness.
And everything else, it's like women's hair and skin and like exercises for women. It's Fabulous is just the women's category.
Cool.
On the Sun, I believe. There's relationship advice, obviously. Men don't need relationship advice because they don't need to take it, because women are the ones that do all of the relationship work. Hair and beauty, self-explanatory. Fashion, obviously, if men had the choice, they'd just wear potato sacks. And that's it. And those are the express views of the podcast on sex and gender.
It's good that we've got them out there finally.
Yeah.
So this is an article in the Fabulous section about making your boobs bigger with your mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Courtesy of Zack Polanski.
Right. So again, I would really ask you to stop tying Zack Polanski to this so much.
Okay.
Because of what we're going to get into. Okay, but it's yes, you're right. It is an article about making your boobs bigger through hypnotism. It is genuinely hilarious. I'm not joking. It is very funny. You've read the whole thing. I've sat and read the whole thing, and looked into more about it. It is really funny. It's written like a tabloid article. So it's like obviously in
the Sun.
Yeah, it's like pretending to be real journalism, though. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, how do I put this?
So is it like double bluffing? It's like pretending to be real journalism, but it's also pretending to be tabloid. It's like tabloid cosplaying as real journalism.
It's like seeing a kid dressed as Bob the Builder on a work site.
Great.
That's what reading this is like. You're like, that's funny. Oh wait, no, this could be quite bad. But before we dive in, I want to give the disclaimer that this is the Sun. So you should take everything that's said in it with a massive grain of salt. Zack Polanski has come out multiple times, I mean, many, many times, to apologize for having done this article, to say that it doesn't represent him, basically to like hit back against this article. And we'll get into his response more specifically once we've gone through the article itself. But I don't want you getting into this thinking that the leader of the Green Party was some sort of hypnotist nut, you know?
Because that's fully what I thought.
Wow.
Like that's what the whole news is saying.
Luke,
like,
don't trust mainstream media.
But the Chancellor of the Exchequer, who's in charge of the economy, made a joke this week in the House of Commons about this.
And how's the economy doing?
Well, I mean, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, it was already just so crap. I don't know how it's doing compared to how it was doing. Less bad, but that might just be time.
I think, I mean, to be fair, coming out of the Tory government that we had, less bad is not even... I don't know how hard it is to make it less bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, a few good decisions might... I mean, I'm not a politician, and nor do I want to be. I've got too many skeletons in my closet. So, Luke, do you want to dive into the article? Should we dive in?
Please.
Should we get into it? First of all, the headline. Hypnotized. Can you really think your boob's bigger? And then the tagline. As hypnotherapist says you can boost cup with mind, Sun girl Cassie Davies finds out with surprising results. First of all, I don't want to say this fell at the first hurdle, but it did. I don't like the headline. That's a bad pun. It doesn't scan. Hypnotized? No. Hypno-tits is right there.
Oh, Hypno-tits. That's
Hypno-tits,
lovely.
which is the title of this video.
Very good.
And I didn't even think that hard about it. I was like, oh, what should I call it? Hypno-tits. It's right there.
Yeah.
Hypno-tits. Hypnotized. It's not good.
I guess it's you have to have tit first, or you're just not going to read the rest of the headline.
That's why page 3 should have been page 1.
It's only page 3 because they couldn't get away with it being page 1.
It's the earliest bit possible. It's the first thing you see when you open it. Hypnotits is right there. The tagline, and so I know that newspapers use the passive voice in this whole sort of journalistic language.
Yeah.
But let me read that again for you. As hypnotherapist says you can boost cup with mind.
With mind.
I first thought that this was a typo, and it was supposed to be a hypnotherapist says you can boost cup with mind. Not as hypnotherapist says you can boost cup with mind, Sun girl Cassie Davies finds out with surprising results.
No connecting words at all.
No, none. No, none.
You can boost cup with mind.
Boost cup with mind.
You find out.
Also, it doesn't say journalist. It doesn't say reporter. It says Sun girl.
Sun girl.
And so, we'll get to this maybe at the end of this episode or in the Patreon, because I wanted to find out whether Sun girl meant page 3 model, because that's what you'd say, a Sun girl, right? That makes more sense than calling one of your journalists or reporters Sun girl. Because imagine Sun boy Luke Cutforth. No, Sun boy.
That's what I like to be called.
Right. So I was trying to find out whether or not this was because sending a page 3 model to get bigger boobs just makes sense, right?
I mean, it's risky.
Because they're too big.
Fit on the page anymore.
Exactly. Page 3, 4, 5, and 6 model.
1 page per boob. And
the nipples get their own one. No, so I went to look into this, and what I found was really interesting, but it's too much. It's too much to get into right now. Okay. So I'm going to either save it for the end or talk about it over on Patreon. So let's get into the opening paragraph. Let me just read this out for you, Luke. Has the time come when we can burn all those uncomfortable push-up bras? Hypnotherapist Zack Polanski reckons so. He says you can boost your cup size using the mind alone, but I can see it becoming popular very quickly because it's so safe and a lot cheaper than a boob job.
I believe it. I'm with you. I'm with you, Zach.
I mean, the article basically just gives a bunch of quotes from Zach at this point saying, in theory, you could work on other areas of the body. There's no reason why it can't help nails grow longer and stronger, for instance. And there's proof that hypnotherapy has helped a number of alopecia sufferers with hair growth. So can hypnotherapy really boost your bust? We sent 32B Sun girl Cassie Davies to find out for herself. Now, that was the point where I was like, I need to figure out whether this is a journalist or just a model. Because
if boobs aren't the main part of her career, this is now weird.
Yeah, the thing is, it's the Sun.
Yeah,
so
you had
saying
to be
32B Sun girl, very obviously, kind of, it shows you exactly what kind of paper the Sun is.
But also, I think famously, at least when I was growing up, I think you had to be a double D or bigger to be a Sun girl. I think so.
Wow.
Maybe I've got that wrong.
Let's not call them Sun girl.
Sorry, to be a page 3 girl.
Yeah.
I think maybe I've got that wrong, but I mean, I don't have any, I saw these across the classroom from now.
Yeah, you were never allowed.
I don't remember any, I was never allowed. Please.
Guys, I want to be sexist, please. the boy, you were
just a little sip. I'm so thirsty.
You were such an unpopular boy that they wouldn't even let you engage in sexism with them, which is boys' favorite pastime. That's so sad.
Yeah, I'm amping this up a little bit, but it was. I do have these clear memories of I wasn't that. It's not like I was desperate to go. I was just I do have these memories of these boys having these. It was literally an individual paper that they'd stolen out, the one page. But I don't have any memory of these boobs not being gigantic. They were. That's what they were. That was the thing, right?
Yeah, that was the main selling point. You're not going to have any small boobs on page 3, probably, right?
I think that was
just because of who and hey, small boobs are great. They're
it's just not the audience.
All boobs are great. This podcast supports all breasts of all shapes and all sizes.
I'm glad we finally got that out there.
Yeah, no, people have been clamoring for it, Luke. Honestly, like
we need to take a stance on boobs. Come on now, guys. High time.
In my experience, women do not like it when you take a stand on their boobs. That's just not. It's not pleasant. I was genuinely wondering whether it was a model or not, and
it can't be. I genuinely think it must not be because of that one thing.
The conclusion I came to was that it probably wasn't, but what I found whilst looking for this will shock you. Find out more. But I will bring this up maybe towards the end or elsewhere. So the article. What was your takeaway from reading the article? What did you think about it?
My favorite part of the article was when it talked about the person who had supposedly undergone this therapy.
Yeah.
And
Cassie Davies.
She was talking about, I think it must have been her. Yeah, I can't remember. And she was talking about, like, I went from a 32 to a 34 overnight. And I just thought, like, I think you just, like, gasped. I think you must have just, like, seen, like, you were just putting the tape measure on, and then you just put it in the wrong place and went, and then, like, oh, wow, it's 34. You just breathed in.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that, like,
yeah.
I think that's what you must have done.
Well, I
don't think anyone could reliably measure themselves like that.
It's hard, yeah.
I think that's why you have those people who do it in the shop for you.
It's not easy to do it yourself, and I know that from personal experience.
When you measured your own?
Yeah, when I not even joking, when I measured my own for a Halloween costume, I needed a push-up bra.
No way.
Yeah, I had to measure myself. It's not easy. Look, it's hard.
You didn't think to just hypnotize yourself into boobs?
No, because a push-up bra was A, cheaper, and B, somewhat less permanent.
How much easier would the world be for trans women if this worked?
I wondered how long it would take for us to get to this. I wondered.
Like, it would be lovely. It would be so good for them.
Yeah, all of the problems trans women face would be solved.
Yes. If
only we could hypnotize them to have bigger
mind.
Wow. So the article. So she was 32B. She says specifically, I had my baby last year, and since then my 32-inch B cup breasts are struggling. So the idea of being able to think them bigger, and while we're at it, why not firmer as well, is attractive. When I tell friends about my plan, they react in a similar way. It starts with a puzzled "How on earth?" followed by a nervous laugh when they realize I'm not joking. I can see those interactions. Do you know what I mean? Like with her friends, it's like she's got all of these reactions from people being like, yeah, okay, yeah, and she's still storming on ahead with it. You know what I mean?
This is such an uncomfortable article. Did she write it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, this is written by her.
Okay, fine. I thought it was like she went and then someone else wrote the article up. As long as she's writing all this weird stuff about herself, then fine. But I was getting uncomfortable.
Yeah, if I'm right about her career, this is right up her alley, basically. Right. It is uncomfortable reading it, you're right. It does make it better knowing that it is her that wrote it. Well, the thing is, there's an editor involved probably as well.
She wouldn't have written the strap line, for example.
No. It makes it somewhat more bearable knowing that she wrote it.
Yes. If you want to abuse yourself, go ahead.
But it doesn't make it feel that it does feel like this is all very much sort of like in the framework of like the society that 2013 when it was published, and still now, but somewhat. I guess sexism was maybe worse then, or maybe it's worse now because of. It's always bad.
Anyway, the point is that like then, so it was like you just sort of knew it, but then now it's sort of like covert sexism. It's like, ooh,
I don't know. It's coming back.
Be sneaky about it.
It's coming back. Is it? Yeah, sexism. Did you not hear? Have you not heard about this?
I've not. I don't watch the news. They didn't see. This is the 6 o'clock news. Sexism. It's back in.
The sex o'clock news. The sexist o'clock. I've had that written down. And
you nailed it. You nailed it. Carry on. Move on.
So she goes to Zack Polanski. Mm-hmm. And bear in mind, this was like 12 years ago. She goes in there down on Harley Street. And when I read that part, I was like, of course it's Harley Street.
But he must be doing well to be having a clinic on Harley Street.
Right? Well, he was a hypnotherapist. He didn't...
But that's like top tier hypnotherapist. Like, woo. It's going to cost so much money to have that place. Maybe
he had a residency in another... he was renting out a room in another building. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I just mean that they're not going to pick just anybody. He must be a good hypnotherapist.
Maybe he must have. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, his hypnotherapy career is not something I was able to dig into too deeply. Because now when you look him up, it kind of talks about this whole green thing he's been doing of late.
Do we know whether he hypnotized the Green Party into voting for him?
Yes, Luke. and I'm sure we'll be contacted by The Sun, by GB News, by the Daily Mail at some point soon.
Thank goodness
to talk
for that.
about 2 scientists say that Zack Polanski
Finally, I'll get the career I want.
what, a media
A contributor to GB News.
Oh god,
Yes,
I do know
please.
someone that's got, I think, a show on GB News, and I'm just like, why? You know,
Why do you know them?
they're not the GB News type.
Oh.
They just have a show on GB News, I think. Let's not talk too much more about
Okay.
it. Anyway, so he was on Harley Street. If you don't know where Harley Street is, or what Harley Street is, it's kind of like, do you want to explain what Harley Street is, Luke?
I'm pretty sure it's like the main sort of medical street in London where like all the sort of I don't necessarily want to say top because they might just be the most expensive ones.
And some of them
like,
are bottoms.
What?
And some of them are bottoms.
Some of them are bottoms.
Probably.
Yes.
One would assume.
The most eminent street in London for like medical, private medical practices. So you'd get like a lot of like plastic surgery places there.
Botox, filler.
Yeah, it's probably
surgery.
a bit more on the cosmetic end, I'd imagine.
It's mostly elective surgeries, yeah. But top surgery as well. Yeah, that's where Noah got his yeah.
Wow.
It was on Harley Street.
Top tier, top surgery.
Yep. That's
Only the best for our
like-
Noah.
every single time this comes up, because the surgeon that did it had people coming in, and I think of this. Do you know when you go in for a haircut and you're like, I want this?
Yeah.
That surgeon had people coming in with pictures of Noah's chest, being like, give me this.
Yeah, I know.
like it's a
amazing.
haircut. But it's weird because you like with some surgeons you can kind of like see their styles. You know, not the point though. So I'll read another quote. There are going to be lots of quotes from this article in this episode, Luke, because fair use or something. I don't know.
It's been 13 years.
12,
Okay, 12.
13. Who knows?
Numbers.
A number of years over 10. So it says, the practitioner, Zack Polanski, looks immaculate when he lets me into his London Harley Street practice. He's in dark slacks and a tight-fitting jumper, but I tried to ignore the resemblance to Marvin from JLS. And I'm looking at that picture.
This is such a dated reference. I love that. Oh, whoa, I'm blown away.
He doesn't look anything like Marvin from JLS.
Please, have mercy.
I think it's the teeth. No, I think it's the teeth.
They're just sexing it up. This is just what the Sun does. It's just everything's amazing.
I want to believe that she wrote a normal article, and then and then the editor came along and was like, "Let me sun this up a little bit." Marvin from JLS, 32B.
Is JLS the band that had their own line of condoms?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a sexy reference back then.
Well, I mean, I suppose they were quite sexy, weren't they?
Yeah.
They won it was the X Factor they won, wasn't it?
Yeah. I remember them being very sexy.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, a sexual awakening for many. Not me. I was awakened sexually long before that. A Shark Boy and Lava Girl, actually. Very bisexual movie for children.
I remember you telling me that your sexual awakening was Shark Boy and Lava Girl, but it never fails to shock me.
Look, lots of people were sexually awakened by Taylor Lautner in Twilight. I got in on the ground floor.
Mine was Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
And she follows me on Twitter now, which is lovely.
She's mad Christian. You know that?
No way.
Yeah, she's super Christian.
But she's a witch.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure she's super Christian. She was in a bunch of those Christian movies.
Oh.
About God, saving God from people.
We don't need to save God. God's God.
No, because we're trying to kill. People are trying to kill because of secularism is trying to kill God.
Yeah.
And the people, and this Christians save.
Yeah.
God.
So why doesn't God do something about it?
Too busy.
Maybe he doesn't want to
Too
be
busy
saved.
being God, or she.
Unlike the Christians, he doesn't want to be saved. He's like, just let me go.
Guys, I'm God. It's fine if people don't like me. It's chill.
I can deal with it.
I live in heaven. Everything is awesome here.
God's just like, there's a bunch of like people tweeting about him and he's like, I don't even care. Why would I care? I'm
like,
literally vibing.
So you go to your garden and ants have written like, screw you. And you're like, well, you guys are ants. So
And then a bunch of other ants are like, don't say that about God. And he's like, why you just let them
do it. It's fine.
Doesn't matter. They're ants.
Yeah, I'm going to go inside and have a snack. You know, I'm going to go sleep in my nice warm bed. You can be outside being ants.
You're going to go
eaten
hang
by
out with my
birds.
son.
Which, by the way, guys, I don't like what you did to my little son. Okay, I made a lovely ant for you, and you.
I saw a great video the other day that was like, so God loved people so much that he sent his son, and then he to be killed by them, to make them be forgiven for the sin that he put in them in the first place.
Yeah, it sounds like a make 'em up. It sounds like someone was making it up as they went along.
It sounds like if you have like an AI that doesn't have a very long context and it loses track of what it was saying a minute ago.
It's like, look, I sent my son to you guys, so that I could experience being a human person. Crazy I didn't try that before, you know? Crazy. Before I even kicked you guys out the Garden of Eden, I should have maybe been like, hold on, let me be a person for a minute. Let's just see
what it's like.
Let's see if I could be tricked by a legged snake.
But
you know?
also he made us in his image.
Yeah.
So he kind of already did know.
No,
what
but he
it was
just
like.
look, if I make a model of myself, like a little model, I don't know what it's like to be a little clay model, do I?
That's true.
Exactly.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyways, God should have made Jesus before. Make Jesus earlier. No, so it goes on. She says, realizing I'm new to this, he explains how it works. People think differently when they're fully conscious and trying to think about something compared to moments when they're unconscious and running on automatic.
Such as when they're asleep?
No. Well, more like when you're in a flow state. We've probably done an episode on hypnosis before or something, trying to remember that. But yeah, this whole sort of article, I guess the takeaway from it is that the framing is like Zack Polanski is a hypnotherapist who says that he can make your boobs bigger with hypnotherapy. And she's found him and been like, oh, well, I want my boobs to be bigger, and then gone to him for that, rather than her reaching out to him and saying, hey, can you do this? And him being like, okay, with these stipulations, which we'll get into. The article is framed very much that they're just going to a hypnotherapist who does this.
Well, and the whole media coverage has been like that he was a boob therapist, like a hypno-boob therapist.
Luke, what do you think? How do you... We'll get into it later, okay? You carry on with where you're at, with what you think of it right now. We'll get into...
No, I believe it fully. I think it's all true.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Yeah, so the article, it's super... It's like super... It's a tabloid article, right? It's rubbish. It's so thin. There's not really much there. It's basically like... Again, I can just read out another quote. So this isn't a quote. I'll read this bit out, then I'll give a quote. Basically, Zach's talking about how it works, right? He's saying like, so our body image is in our brain. So if we visualize what we want and like sort of tell our unconscious mind to do something, then we can kind of get it to do something because our brain runs all the processes in our body, blah, 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 right? And she's like, okay, I'm with him so far, but I still don't understand how physical change occurs. The unconscious mind also controls our bodily functions, said Zach. So we'll be speaking to the part of the brain that controls the release of growth hormones needed for breast enlargement, as well as stimulating tissue growth and blood flow to that area. I love the picture of him talking to that part of the brain, being like, hey, can you...
Bigger titties, please.
Big titties.
A bit more growth hormone, please. I mean, okay, so you've been very defending of Zach here. That last bit, regardless of whether he, was tricked into this a little bit or is it misrepresenting him a little bit, that is bullshit. Like, there's a certain amount of stuff the placebo effect can do.
Absolutely, yeah.
As far as I know, it can't do that.
Hypnotherapy is used, not for that. Otherwise, you would probably not be giving people drugs if you could just make the body do. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
diabetes could be cured by hypnotizing your body into producing insulin.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's not true. But we'll get into it. We'll get into it later.
Okay.
It goes on to say that Zach talks about a study from the University of Manchester. I think you might have heard this one, where one had to exercise to promote muscle growth, the other had to visualize muscle growth.
Yes.
What do you remember about that?
So I think it's something like there are two sets of people. One set of people goes to the gym, and then the other set of people imagines lifting weights at home. And they like fully in their head, they do the action in their mind as if they are lifting a weight with, say, their arm, and like they're thinking about their bicep and the strain on their bicep or whatever. And then it doesn't have the same level of effect as if you had actually gone to the gym, but it does promote muscle growth. I do believe that is actually true.
I think that was the study. I don't know whether you can extrapolate that to being will make your boobs bigger. Because muscle growth, they're different
Muscle
things.
Growth does happen over time, triggered by things. Like, it's not like you reach age 40 and you are now no longer able to build muscles, right?
Yeah.
But you do reach... say by the latest age 40, you do not grow larger boobs.
Yeah, well, it's like all hormonal. Actually, do you know what? How about we just do an episode on this muscle growth thing at some point in the future, right? And dig into it, because I can't remember specifically the like sort of how reliable that study was, because it's always misrepresented, I think, for this sort of hypnotism sort of stuff. But yeah, so he kind of does the sort of standard hypnotherapy thing where it's like, just getting them relaxed, and then kind of getting them into the sort of mindset. He asks her to picture herself with bigger boobs. So he's like, imagine you're in a movie. I want you to make the image bigger and brighter so it fills the screen. Now step it up and feel what it's like having your new breasts. Are you walking differently? Do you look happy? He basically kind of gets her to think about how people are viewing her, why she wants sort of bigger breasts, visualizing herself with bigger breasts, and all that and that sort of thing. So then she starts eating more foods that because of that sort of hypnotism, she thinks she starts eating more foods that she's never really sort of liked or eaten, like bananas, and all of those sort of foods kind of, I guess, sort of promote tissue growth, essentially.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, most foods promote tissue growth by virtue of the fact that they're giving you energy.
Yeah.
But the sort of like nutrient dense foods that are good for that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, she's had a baby at some point. And like her body's gonna be changing anyway.
Gonna be doing stuff.
She's eating all these foods. Yeah, right. So there are many reasons for this. So she then goes on to say, I emailed Zack to ask if this is related to the therapy. He says it's part of the process, drawing me to high energy foods to encourage tissue growth. I measure my bust after 3 days. I've grown from a 32-inch chest to 34 inches. 3 days later, my chest measures 35 inches. Another 3 days, and I'm 36 inches. I'll say
At this rate, she's going to explode.
Like, yeah, I mean, like, what, 9 days and going up from 32 to 36?
There's no way.
I mean, bloated waterway, because that's the
Breathing
bust.
in.
It's not breathing in. That's not, like, I want to be clear. Measuring bras is weird. That is just the circumference around your chest, right? So it's not necessarily like
maybe you just got wider.
Yeah.
Maybe you just maybe your back's really swollen.
Yeah. I mean, and it could be the breasts.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily that they're getting, and there are many other reasons that you could be getting bigger.
Literally, if I
you
breathe
could be measuring
in,
wrong as
I
well.
will go up.
Yeah.
Several inches of chest diameter.
Yeah, and maybe she's measuring it. Maybe she's measuring it wrong. Maybe she has but again, gaining that amount of weight, that amount of mass really in 9 days is mad. That's like that'd be insane. I can't picture, like, even if you were taking hormones, I can't imagine growing from 32 to 36 in 9 days.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe I'm wrong about that, but that just seems nuts. She then goes on to say that she was still wearing a B cup, but it's more snug, and she realized she should have been wearing an A cup before.
Right.
If you're doing this properly, you'd go get a proper fitting.
Crucially, she's not said that her boobs got bigger. She's just said that she should have worn it. She's made her boobs smaller in the past.
Yeah.
In her mind,
and it's feeling more snug now. It's feeling more snug.
Oh yeah. Maybe they were just the right size the whole time.
Yeah, and maybe it's like she's focusing on it as well, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
because the crucial thing here is that like there's nothing about. Okay, so maybe there's a little bit of something about like a boob size that means that, you know, your experience of life might be different because people might treat you differently, right? But equally, some of those same things about how people treat you might change if you just held yourself differently or if you were more confident. And so there's nothing about this hypnotherapy that couldn't mean that you actually get all of the benefits that you think would come from just having bigger boobs by you basically changing your own sense of self to think, I have big boob energy now. And then people reflect that back to you because people kind of, to a certain extent, treat you how you sort of expect them to treat you a little bit because of like the signals you're giving off about yourself. If you think of yourself as somebody who's rubbish and you give off sort of undeserving vibes, like, and expect nobody to treat you well, to a certain extent, people won't, like, that will rub off on other people, right? I'm not saying it's 100% of it, but like, yeah.
Racism is because black people think they deserve to be treated that way. Look out for 2025.
Look, someone had to say it. No.
No, I'm with you, man. I get you.
But hypnotherapy can do all those things, right? There's loads of stuff hypnotherapy can do. It's really funny, by the way, when you were saying about like imagine a picture on a screen and make that big screen bigger. I did some hypnotherapy once. But I have aphantasia, so I can't see anything. So they do all these visualization exercises and they're just like looking at a blank screen. And
such a bright blank screen.
Such a big blank screen.
What a vivid piece of blank paper I'm looking at. So vivid. Some nothing.
Yeah, so yeah. It does sort of still work on me for some reason, but like I just spend the whole time essentially like I'm blind.
Yes, you're very suggestible, Luke. I think that's the reason. You don't even need to clear your mind.
There's nothing in there anyway. Let's just tidy away all this nothing.
Yeah, clearing your mind would probably fill it with more thoughts. Do you know what I mean?
Thoughts about how I should be clearing
I
it.
should be clearing this. It's so full in here. It's just the echo. No, so she emails Zack to ask him why she was eating all those. Oh wait, hold on, no. So she, as you said, she retroactively made her breasts smaller in the past. And then she says panic sets in. What if my breasts don't stop growing? But after 10 days, the growth grinds to a halt and my usual eating habits resume. Imagine she was just, and I'm not saying this is what happened. Imagine she was just eating so much food that she just somehow managed to like put on water weight and like
It all got
and get
stuck in her
bloated.
throat.
Yeah, and then she was just like breathing out and like going, she was getting more and more surprised, as you said, and just bigger. And then after 10 days, because after 10 days it just stops. And then so she emails Zack again to ask why. And apparently he said that during their session, it emerged that her unconscious wasn't happy for this experiment to occur for an indefinite amount of time. So he asked it whether it was okay to happen for 10 days. It apparently agreed.
Okay, hang on a second. You've been very defending of Zack.
Yeah.
I do kind of feel like, in the same way that I think the media has slightly misrepresented this to make me think that Zack Polanski was some kind of boob hypnotherapist, I think you have also slightly misrepresented this, I've taken your representation to basically mean that he was just an innocent, totally normal dude who's been totally misrepresented. He was a bit of a quack. Your
Based
subconscious has agreed
on what?
That it doesn't need to, that it can stop after 10 days.
Based on what?
What do you mean?
Based on what? What are you using to say that he was a quack?
Like, some of the stuff he's saying is just bullshit.
And where are you getting the stuff that he's saying from?
From you.
From me? Where am I getting it from?
Yeah, okay, I'm getting them from you, and you're getting them from the Sun.
Okay.
And the
So
Sun
you trust the Sun?
I trust that they wouldn't have completely fabricated a quote because they would be open to a lawsuit. Like, I'm not saying they wouldn't do it. I'm just saying that, like, my assumption would be that they might take a quote out of context, they might misrepresent a quote, but not that they would completely make a quote up.
Okay.
I may be wrong about that, and they'll be absolutely shocked if, like, I'm just saying, personally, I think there's a line. Although I know there are journalists that do just make quotes up, especially like the newspaper might not say, yes, it's fine to make a quote up, but individual journalist might do that because they're just, trying to be the top Sun girl in the UK rather than just, the medium Sun girl. The top
Sun girl, yeah. I want to be the best Sun girl on the planet.
But yeah, if I'm reading an article, I don't assume that there's a strong likelihood they've made a quote up.
Sure. This wasn't a direct quote, though. This wasn't quoted. This is saying Zack said. It's paraphrased.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah, he says that during our session, it emerged my unconscious wasn't happy for this experiment to occur.
Ooh, maybe there's a reason why that wasn't in quote marks then.
So has it worked? I believe so. I also feel calmer and happier. And I don't scrutinize my body as much. So perhaps some mysterious force is still at work. No, you just... that's what hypnotism can do, though. That's the thing that hypnotism can help you with is self-image.
Yes.
Like that's one of the things.
You think your boobs are bigger, like you do. You might genuinely, because you only, you're constructing your view of the world through your brain, and if your brain is expecting to see bigger boobs as opposed to expecting to see smaller boobs, you might actually see your boobs being bigger, not because they are, just because you're sort of interpreting them as you're labeling them like bigger boobs.
For example, my teeth. I never I looked at my teeth and I was like, I have teeth. And then one day, someone who shall remain nameless, once said that I had big teeth.
Oh, do you? Show me your teeth.
No, I'm not going to show you.
Show me those big old teethies. You don't have big teeth. You have
no,
perfectly proportioned teeth for your face.
Thank you.
You just
I
got
have
a big face.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to finish the story that I was telling, and you're going to feel terrible. So when this person said "big teeth" as an insult, I then looked at my teeth and I was like, "Wow, I do have such big teeth," and I've never noticed it before. And since then, I've looked at my teeth and I've been like, "Wow, I've been like, oh, my teeth are big. I have big teeth, and I'm okay with that." And now I'm going to look at myself and be like, "Wow, I have a big face," and so I'm not going to see anything but big face.
And finally, you'll be living truth.
Living worse. I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'm going to be able to deal with this. I'm not going to be able to look at myself in the mirror. How could I? I can't see all of my face.
You're just a tall person.
I know. I'm fine.
With a big fucking face.
Like my face. God. Oh, dear me. And you know what? The worst part is that when we're talking about big faces, it makes me want to talk about small faces, and I can't even talk about my go-to small face person because it's all political now. It was political before, but it's more political now because of he was assassinated. Anyway, let's not get into that.
Oh goodness, that was a turn I didn't expect. Sorry, but what was the end of the story about your teeth?
I then started noticing, I started seeing my teeth as bigger because I was told I had big teeth.
And then you went and had hypnosis?
No, that was the end of the story.
Tiny teeth hypnosis.
It ended with me thinking that I have big teeth.
Can I hypnotize you now? Imagine a screen with your teeth on it.
Yep.
Make that screen tiny.
I mean, it is quite small already.
Oh, the screen that we're using to monitor the video.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I didn't need to imagine because I have one.
If I move it further away.
Don't do that.
And then you'll have tiny teeth.
No, I'll just...
Okay.
I think I've got perfectly adequate sized teeth.
It worked!
And whoa!
Yay!
Because of the lighting right now, you look very orange and your teeth looked very white. You looked like...
Oh,
just
God.
just on the screen. Just on the screen. You looked like... It was like... very Essex, you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But we're getting towards the end of the article now. So it says a 90-minute session with Zack Polanski costs £220. ZackPolanski.com or contact the Lewis Clinic at lewisclinic.co.uk. Funnily enough, ZackPolanski.com is still his political...
no way, just reuse the domain.
Reuse the same domain. So I clicked on that to
Great.
see what was all going on there. And it was like his leadership campaign for the Greens.
Imagine if you didn't know any of this and you just wanted bigger boobies, and then you're like, what the hell?
Yeah, like 12, 13 years later, you're like, oh no, what? Calling up the Green Party, like, is this a service you... But yeah, no, so it then goes on to, like, with another quote from Zack saying, about how the unconscious mind sort of runs the body.
That's a quote, though.
Zack Polanski says, the brain is the most complicated computer we know of. Our unconscious knows how to run our bodies better than we do. Essentially, I'm looking to utilize the unconscious process to make changes to the body. We don't exactly know what is changing because of the complexities of the unconscious. We do, however, know that whatever is changing is ecological. So if it's changing one thing, such as the size of a person's breasts, it's making sure that the whole system is changing in order to support that. Again, very clear here.
Yeah.
Do you understand from those quotes that nothing there is saying this is what is happening? Or
No,
I'm making
but he
this
is saying
like
that
if
the effect does work. He is claiming that the effect
he doesn't,
works.
right?
No.
We do know that whatever's changing is ecological. So if it's changing one thing, such as this,
Yeah.
if it's changing that, not that it is,
Okay.
not even saying that it absolutely is or could. It's like an if. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
You
But
need
I
to-
do think he sort of did
But you
claim
didn't,
to be able to
and
do this.
you also don't know what I know. So
Oh.
yes. So maybe wait.
Am I not just the voice of naivete? Is that not my role?
Yeah,
here?
but here's the thing: the voice of naivete talking about things that they talking about something that basically just from a Sun article, and stating it as fact.
But that's the voice of naivete. That's a perfect summary of the voice of naivete.
Right, but
Sorry.
stating what you've read in a Sun article as fact is not the kind of podcast we are. If you want to be like that, go to Joe Rogan. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll have
I'll
you.
call Joe.
Yeah, give him a call up.
Come on, Joe.
'Cause all us podcasters know each other. I do have Ben Shapiro's number though in my phone.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I just acquired it.
Wow.
I've been waiting. I might prank call him. I don't know.
On the Patreon.
No. Just for shit. Just for myself. Just for myself.
You gotta do it. You gotta film it.
I don't want to monetize it.
Okay.
I want to torment Ben Shapiro for my own
In my private
for
time.
My own, privately for my own enjoyment. They say this is the thing, right? Like you don't want to monetize everything that you love, and I really love messing with Ben Shapiro.
You're right.
Keep
Keep your hobbies as your hobbies.
Finally, on the article, so some help, home help for bigger breasts. 1, visualize yourself with a bigger bust as often as possible. 2, follow your instincts, particularly around food. Your unconscious may be guiding you towards healthy, high-energy foods to promote tissue growth. If this doesn't happen, then make a conscious effort to eat more whole grains, fresh fruit, veg, and protein. That's just food. That's just the food that you should be.
Yep.
Whole grains, fresh fruit, veg, and protein. Those are just all foods that you should eat.
So it's like step 1, draw a big picture of you with big boobies.
Big bobbies, yeah.
Step 2, eat all the things that would actually potentially change your body.
Follow your instincts to eat those things, but if your instincts are wrong, then eat the things that you would be eating anyway.
Step 3, it must have been the hypnotism.
Step 3, practice the 7-Eleven breathing technique. So go into a 7-Eleven and breathe in that horrible air that they've got.
And then measure your bust whilst you've breathed in completely.
Yeah.
And then
first measure your bust breathing out, and then breathe in and measure it, and your bust has grown.
Wow, breathing's amazing. Isn't
the 7-Eleven breathing technique is breathing in for the count of 7, then out through your mouth for the count of 11. So
I do
in
that
through
to
your
fall
nose.
asleep.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I usually just take all of the over-the-counter things possible to knock the person out.
I just take drugs.
It's not drugs, it's melatonin. It's just not legal for sale in the UK, but you can bring it in.
Oh, I gave you that.
No, you didn't.
I gave Noah that.
Really?
Yeah, I got it from America.
Oh, I've got another shipment coming in from someone else. Sorry. We also pick up our own.
I'm Noah's drug mule, not yours.
Okay, so step 4, talk her right to your unconscious just before bed. Tell her what you'd like for it to focus on during the night, such as promoting tissue growth and boosting self-esteem and confidence levels.
Imagine you're lying down, you're going to sleep next to your wife who you love dearly, and then she just...
I'll just rub it in then.
She's just like, I want bigger boobies. You're like, you're perfect as you are. I want bigger boobies. What are you? Who are you talking to? My subconscious.
And then she wakes up and you've scheduled her for a boob job, and she's like, "Wow, it works."
But I've had to have done it overnight when she was asleep.
Yeah.
Do they do that as a service?
If you go private, you can get anything done.
And then you're like,
sorry, look, can I just your issue with this?
Yeah.
Your issue with this joke.
Yes.
To be clear, joke was that it's not.
I thought this was just advice.
Advice for you.
A to-do list. I was writing it down.
Work on improving your posture. Walk with your head straight, shoulders back, arms relaxed by your side. Basically what you were saying. All the stuff to make your boobs look bigger. Mm-hmm. Write a diary or just a page of random thoughts that relate to how you feel about your body now, and most importantly, how you'd feel about it with bigger boobs. How would your life change? What areas of your life would stay the same? Kind of visualization stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And some of that sort of stuff works for things like, God, what could it work for? Like self-confidence, or for like some addiction, like smoking and stuff like that.
Yeah, or even something external like money. Like you visualize money, you might then spot opportunities to make money because you're thinking in that way.
Yeah, it's more on the mind for you, so you're more you're more aware of it when it kind of pops up, right? In the same sense that I was more aware of my big teeth once I was pointing out that I have big teeth. I had big teeth on the mind, and I was seeing big teeth in the mirror. Look, that's what was going on.
Lovely that you've got such an accurate mirror.
Okay, we're cutting to commercial.
So Corey can beat the shit out of me. I'll come back and I'm just all bruised.
Ding-a-ling-ling, is that the ad bell?
I think it is, but it's rather quiet this time.
Well, Luke, we want to keep a big old secret about this SCI GUYS merch.
Yes. Please do not tell anybody, and do not purchase any of it. Otherwise, people will find out.
They might see you wearing our merch or displaying our merch and think, oh wow, what a cool person. And I'll tell you this, as a cool person myself, having people think you're a cool person can be very, very stressful.
Yeah, we can't have that. We also can't have you supporting the show to exist that you're enjoying right now.
Yeah, so absolutely under no circumstances should you go to normalcitizen.store and pick up some SCI GUYS merch. Some SCI GUYS merch like beanies and posters and t-shirts and calendars and cool stuff like that. Definitely don't go to that store and buy that.
Goodness me, that's an awful lot of stuff that I'm not going to purchase.
Absolutely, Luke. Now let's get back to the show before anyone listens to us.
God, I really hope we got away with that one.
Okay, look, now that you've covered up all of your bruises with makeup, before we dig into the science of hypnotism, can I just ask you, do you remember if we've done an episode on hypnotism before?
I don't remember, but did you hypnotize me for it?
No, I did not. I hypnotized you to... No, I did. I hypnotized you to forget it. No, it was... we did. It was episode 212. 2012? Episode 212. And while researching this episode, I couldn't remember whether we'd done an episode on hypnotism or not, because we've done a lot. I cannot remember every single one we've done. So I just did what I do whenever I forget something about us. I Googled it. About us, like our relationship.
I
Luke and
Google
Corey
my friends'
still
birthdays
friends.
all the time. It's great.
Yeah, it bugs me. I Google a lot of my friends' birthdays. I can't Google my dad's birthday. So if Google could get it, my goal, I think, is to just get famous enough such that my immediate family members' birthdays are Googleable.
Why don't you just make a little Wikipedia for your own family?
No, because that's cringe, Luke. That's cringe.
I'll do it for you.
I want it to be organic.
Okay.
Gotta be the fans, like you. No.
Oh, your dad. I'm your fan of your dad.
You're a fan of my dad, yeah.
Sure.
So, yeah, I couldn't remember, so I Googled it, right? Now I have a question for anyone who's watching or listening to this episode. Which one of you, A, put every single SCI GUYS episode on IMDb, and B,
what?
Did not link neither me nor Luke to this IMDb page for SCI GUYS? We are on the lateral page, the lateral podcast IMDb. We are not on the IMDb for our own podcast. Every single episode with the dates that it was uploaded, upload dates as well.
To clarify, I don't think I want you to do that though.
No. I'm not saying that I want to either, okay? I'm very happy with my IMDb thus far being Braxton, Tomska, and Tom Scott, okay? Loving that it's all of those. But who did that?
That
and
is
when?
amazing.
It's
No, I respect
awesome.
it.
No. It's just the effort of going through and putting in every single episode.
And then not crediting
And then
either
not
of us.
crediting either of us.
Love
That's
that.
mad.
Yeah.
But no, I did find out. So I said Braxton is on my IMDb. I actually found out that I am now credited on IMDb for Braxton under additional crew.
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't think I put that there.
Someone must have. It's
Wow.
additional crew, which I'm cast. You
Yeah.
know? I'm cast. It's my voice. But no, it's I want to say it's a beautiful film. Drowning of Arthur Braxton. It's available now on Prime Video, or if you don't want to support an evil corporation, I do still have the full movie on my hard drive. Send me a tenner. I'll send it to you.
Tenner?
Yeah.
That's Steve.
A tenner.
Send me a $5, I'll send it to you.
Send me a $5 and I'll send it to you, and I'll get a director's commentary from Luke.
Send me £2.50.
No, don't undercut me even more.
It's my movie.
You can't do
send,
that.
Send Corey a tenner and I'll sue the hell
You're
out
going to
of
get
him.
in trouble from all the people that have done all the movie stuff with you if you do
True.
that.
Okay,
I won't
cool.
get in trouble from
Yeah.
anyone but you.
We'll just sue you then, yeah.
Don't sue me.
No, we will.
I'll pay it out from Psych.
Great.
Hey, Luke, sorry, I've been sued. Can I for something I said on the podcast? So we've got to.
Can't expense that.
But seriously, send me a
As your
tenner.
lawyer, as your lawyer, Corey, I can't recommend you do that. But I'm also my own lawyer.
Oh,
I'm the one suing you.
Let me call up the prosecutor. Hello?
Get a conference call. Me.
Now look, man, I don't know what you're saying. Hey, you listen to me. No, you listen to me. Your wife walks into the room, takes one look, walks right out.
She only came in here to meditate to make her boobs bigger.
Look, can you please stop having an angry conference call with yourself so I can meditate my boobs bigger? Please. Oh my gosh. Yeah, support black businesses.
That's the takeaway. Yeah, sure.
Me. Support me.
Okay.
Pirating Luke's movie.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Look, I believe in it, man. I believe in it. It's a
Thank
good
you.
movie. It's
Yeah.
a good movie, and that's why people should pay me for it. Put a lot of work, put a lot of free work into that thing.
You did, yeah. Yeah.
One afternoon. No, so Zach's response. Finally, we can get to Zach's response. We did do an episode on hypnotism, so go and watch that for the science of hypnotism. But broad strokes, Luke, you can get hypnotherapy on the NHS sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
very rarely. You can speak to your GP to find out about that. So the thing about the UK with hypnotherapy is that you don't need to have any sort of specific training by law to be a hypnotherapist. So anyone, more or less, could really be a hypnotherapist. But the NHS had some guidelines on who to kind of go to, how to choose one.
There are like sort of regulatory bodies.
Professional Standards Authority.
Yeah.
They could be registered with. So look for someone with that. Or just go to the NHS. Don't listen to what two guys on a podcast have said about hypnotherapy before deciding to speak to a hypnotherapist. That's a bad idea. That's the medical advice I will give you. Don't take medical advice from us. That's not good. There's also links to other stuff about hypnotism down below, but we've literally done an entire episode on hypnotism. But basically, yeah, I mean, hypnotic suggestion can kind of work for a number of sort of placebo effect-y kind of things, right? So you did a Vice documentary where you got hypnotized into smoking, I believe.
Josh got hypnotized into not smoking.
No, it's close enough. And then
Imagine I got all that money to make this documentary and I just made myself a smoker.
well, no, because what I thought it was that it was an anti-smoking, stop smoking documentary, but because you didn't smoke before, you had to get hypnotized into smoking so that you could then get hypnotized out of smoking again, and it worked.
Yeah, they rejected that. That
They
pitch.
reject that pitch.
Yeah, I had to
And
find
Vice will take anything.
I had to find a smoker. He doesn't smoke anymore, to be fair.
Wow, it worked.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a long time, but it worked.
Yeah, he did stop fairly quickly, but it was great. It was really interesting doing the hypnotherapy, actually. The guy had an amazing voice. I think, like you said, that you don't have to have some kind of qualification. You have to have a cool voice, though, to be a hypnotherapist, because he was like, I was like, oh, man, wow, I'm falling asleep and I'm filming this. Don't go too hard, man. I'm going to do my job.
Because it's been taken off of Vice, right? So if you want to see that documentary, you can send me a $5.
Yes.
And I'll and I'll send it to you.
Or you can go to my YouTube channel where you can see 2 of the 3 episodes because I accidentally deleted one of them.
Anyway, not a conversation for right now because we're working. So Zach's response to this, Luke.
You're feeling very sleepy.
For some reason, I don't remember quite what he said, but he said that he didn't do anything wrong and that I should vote Green.
That's very great premonition of his 12 years ago.
No, but on an interview with Good Morning Britain, broadcast September 3rd, 2025, the day following him being elected head of the Green Party, leader of the Green Party, he stated the following: "I wouldn't believe everything you read in The Sun." And this was a story from about 12 years ago. I've apologized then, apologize now. And then when I asked if he believed he could embiggen boobs through hypnotherapy, he said, anyone who believed that would, that would be problematic. And that's nothing I ever believed. I was approached by The Sun. They approached me to say, would you like to do an article about body image? I said, yes. I was misrepresented. I apologized a day later. That was 12 years ago, a long time before I was anywhere near politics. And of course, the hosts continued to grill him. And here's his response to that. And I've shortened it slightly just for time. It was a misrepresentation. Then a little bit of a break. I did an article about body image. This is with the Sun journalist. She then said, is this something you would like to experiment with? I said, as long as you make it clear, it's not a service I do. It's not something I charge. It was a ridiculous article 12 years ago as an actor in the newspaper. And I think when these questions come from legacy and mainstream media, it often sounds like it's trying to silence left-wing politicians who are saying, I want to look at inequality in this country, but I want to look at the things that actually matter. I'm a politician. I should be held to account. But I think also, once someone has said that doesn't represent me, I apologize. It was 12 years ago. Let's move on. And the host asking questions, of course, is like good journalism, right? You like, as Zach said, you need to hold politicians to account. So I'm glad they were like the first people to really like do that, to like sit down and grill him, because maybe Zach's claim about trying to silence left-wing politicians is unfounded. Oh wait, no, Luke, he'd already addressed this in an LBC interview in June of 2024, so a year before. Also, he'd apologized at the time. So here's a little excerpt from an article about that LBC interview. So LBC's Tom Swarbrick asked Mr. Polanski about the practice after an article by The Sun from 2013 resurfaced about him performing the practice at a hypnotherapy clinic on Harley Street. In the 90-minute sessions, allegedly costing £222, women were told to visualize themselves with bigger breasts. On Wednesday, Mr. Polanski apologized for his past actions and said he never believed them. It does not represent my work. It does not represent me. Mr. Polanski added that he never charged for the service. So to me, the funniest part about like the whole media response from this, before we get into discussing what I've just said, the funniest part about the whole media response from this, right, is the quote from an article. This quote from an article about Polanski's win, published by The Sun in 2025. But the firebrand lefty is most famous for his stint as a hypnotherapist, where The Sun revealed in 2013 he claimed to be able to boost cup sizes using the mind alone. Sounds like they're making out that they did some journalism and like rooted out a quack that was claiming this, when actually what actually happened, like genuinely, this Sun journalist went to Zack Polanski and said, we want to do this article. He said, so long as you frame it as an experiment, and I've watched other interviews about this as well. He said, so long as you frame it as an experiment, I'm not saying that you can do this, that this is not something that I do. It's just like, we're seeing if this works, right? It's not something I charge for. And then they'd made the article as it was, just completely misrepresented. And the fact that the Sun, then when Zack Polanski won, they're like, and yes, famously, the Sun revealed that, no, you guys said this. You gave advice on how to do it at home.
That's just disgusting. It's just so, I mean, it's so difficult because it kind of feels like the kind of thing you should be able to sue over, but like, is he going to get into a fight with the Sun? Like,
no need to, is there?
And it's not going to be a good thing for his political career if he gets into a fight with them that early. Like, famously, I think no politician has won, or like very few politicians, like prime ministers, have ever won without the Sun backing them in the UK. I don't think they have quite that power anymore.
Probably not, yeah.
But like,
Page 3's gone.
But there's still, Rupert Murdoch is the Times as well. There's a bunch of other newspapers. He's one of those people that just sort of looms over the whole thing. And you don't want to fall out with him, unfortunately.
Which is why we love Rupert Murdoch.
Me too. I love him more than you do, I think.
Oh, look, well, let's not have one of our classic Rupert Murdoch fights where we fight over who loves Rupert Murdoch more.
Well, how much do you love him?
Oh, I love him more than words can say.
I love him more than candy.
Oh. Okay, we'll continue this talk about Rupert later. I just love evil billionaires.
I love him so much.
Love
Just him,
him.
nobody else.
Yeah, no. So basically, the Sun makes out that they did some expose on some mad quack hypnotherapist when really they were making the claims themselves. And when you look at what Zack Polanski's actually said, and if it comes to trusting the Sun over Zack Polanski, I'm going to trust Zack Polanski.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Being misrepresented. And, it is. Look, and I've got some even worse news for you. I've got some really sad news for you.
Rupert's dead?
No, Luke, no. We wouldn't be recording if that had happened.
We'd be in 7 days of mourning.
Yeah. 7 days of mourning. SCI Guys would change to purple's gone. It's all black.
Yeah.
We'd be wearing the armbands, everything.
And we'd sit in silence.
Yeah, we would. An hour's silence.
It's gonna be happening soon, so we better get some black lights.
Oh, you don't want to put a black light up in here, my man. You do not want to look at it. No, but the bad news I've got for you, Luke, is that Polanski also said lots of men got in touch with me asking if it could help with other body parts.
Oh no!
I've never done it for men. I've never done it for women, and that's not something I believe in. But yeah, apparently it doesn't work for if you want to do it for other body parts.
You're right.
Luke.
That's so.
I know.
That's the only reason I came today to find out if this works.
Yeah, you want a bigger toe.
I want a bigger toe.
Your big toe's not big enough.
Big, thick, fat toe. People always call me Tiny Toe.
Yeah, Tiny Toe. That's what they called him. He was in the locker rooms, back when he was a boy.
Yeah.
You know when you're in the locker rooms, right? And you're looking at all the other boys when you're in the locker rooms, being like, I wish I was as big as them.
Looking at all their toes.
Look at all their toes. Yeah.
And I'd take off my sock and everyone would go, Tiny Toe, Tiny Toe.
He had to start changing, taking his he'd get changed, stripped naked, except for the socks. But he had to start changing his socks in like the disabled toilet.
I still do that to this day.
I still do it to this day. Yeah. Luke he's never shown his toes to me.
I have a radar key just in case I get my feet wet.
He always pretended to have a verruca whenever he went swimming, so he could wear one of them socks, man, just so people can see his tiny little like your toes are the reverse of King Charles's fingers.
Yes,
that's the polar opposite.
That's what they always used to say about me at school. Those exact words.
Your toes are
your toes are the reverse of King Charles's fingers. Oh, it hurts still to this day.
And they said King Charles back then too, didn't they?
Yeah, they said King. Very,
they said, wow.
Very, what's the word for
prescient?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Prescient is like current, isn't it?
No, prescient is like pre-knowledge.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll just steal that. Very, very prescient of them all the boys at the boys' school.
Yeah. How funny would it be if I just kept in that whole bit of you asking what the word was?
Yeah, that'd be really funny. I think
and then even this, where I say that.
Where I pretend to know what prescient means. Yeah,
really?
And this too.
Call you out.
Hello, audience.
Yeah, that was really prescient. Am I using it right? I don't know.
Corey just feeds me lines. I never know what to say.
He's not said an original thing on this podcast ever.
If you saw the raw footage, it's really boring. It's Corey just saying funny things back to himself and then me repeating them.
So yeah, basically, like my next question to you, Luke, is why has this been brought up by so many outlets and in so many interviews? Like you, who famously, you don't watch the news and you know about this.
Well, I try. I do what, like I've made a bit more of a conscious effort because it's just been like my brain's been falling apart. So I've just been like, right, let's just retreat back a little bit and just try not to listen to the news every day because it's so stressful. I had heard basically it in passing, but I also heard it in like I said earlier, the Chancellor's budget speech. Made a reference to this, and actually like. That is actually a little. I think they've got to make jokes, they've got to make it interesting and whatever. But it's a little bit disappointing if it's just fundamentally not true and a misrepresentation for like the second most powerful politician in the country to be joking about it. Like, I think that's a bit naff, really.
No, look, you're so right, and I'm with you. I get that politicians have to be a little bit tongue in cheek every now and then, but I feel with this hypnotism thing, it's so evident that they're just scared of the Greens. And it's the only thing it's really quite good, right? That the only thing they can bring up is this when, say, for Nigel Farage, it's about him being racist in high school, right?
Or like having like loads of questionable business practices, or
or having people in his party who are being bribed by the Russians.
Oh God.
Yeah, like what was it? I think it was the former head of Reform or something like that. Someone that he worked
Right.
closely with is now on. Oh, do you not know about this?
Nope.
Literally, I think is on trial. Going to be on trial for taking bribes from Russia.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's great news.
Literally, man. Like, and so Farage is getting like almost all of this is like just like sliding off of Farage's back. Like all of this stuff that's coming up. It's the same as how like Boris Johnson had those horrible articles that he wrote that were really racist.
The letterbox.
Yeah.
The letterbox lady thing. Yeah.
And what is it? Watermelon Smiles and Letterbox. Yeah.
Ugh.
And Zack Polanski was kind of taken advantage by the Sun, an article in the Sun. And in the Patreon episode, I will be talking. I'll tell you about what I found out about the person who wrote this article, because it seems that nobody has looked into this. They've just taken an article from the Sun from 12 years ago and gone with it and said Zack Polanski's a quack who took advantage of women. And my God, man, it's messed up. So, people are scared of how well the Greens have been doing since Polanski became the leader. The Greens are obviously the left wing sort of environmentalist party. It's kind of socialist party in the UK. So Zack and his team have made record numbers for the Greens in just a few months. So let me just give you the timeline, right? So March 2025, before Zack was elected leader, 60,000 members. August 2025, again before Zack was elected the leader, 70,000 members. 2nd of September, Zack was elected leader with 84% of the vote. I think it was 84.2% of the vote. Insane, right? Insane numbers. And then 28th of September, they hit 80,000 members, so it increased 10,000 members. 6th of October was when their Let's Make Hope Normal Again video dropped. I don't know if you've seen that. You should watch it. It's fantastic. It was kind of like their sort of join the Green Party. This is what the Greens are about. Like, this is our almost like their sort of campaign video, right? The 12th of October, they hit 100,000 members. So that was a 50% increase from pre-election. The 12th of October, sorry, I just said that. So the 12th of October, 100,000 members. The 19th of October, 126,000 members. So they overtook the Tories, becoming the third largest party in the UK by membership. The 30th of October, 150,000 members. So they doubled their pre-election membership. And again, Zack Polanski was elected the 2nd of September. By the end of the following month, they had doubled their pre-election membership, and also become the third largest party, overtaking the Tories. Right, the only ones bigger than them by membership right now are Labour, who are currently in power, and Reform, who, have been doing consistently well for a while, filling that gap that the Tories kind of lost. And as of the 21st of November, which is like the kind of most up-to-date numbers I can get, 170,000 members, which is a 240% increase from the pre-election numbers.
That's crazy. And especially when you say like reform, but you'd kind of expect membership of a right-wing party to go down when that party has left government, right? Because people will have been members because they wanted to influence the government. And they'll then leave because it's like, well, they're probably not going to get in again for a while if they do ever again. So then you'd expect maybe like another party in that same side of the argument might grow. But to have that level of membership when the current government is also at least on paper, a left-wing party, or at least is appealing to not the far right, right? Or oh God, even that sometimes feels questionable. But like, that is very incredibly impressive. And that's so exciting. Well done him. And I think, although it must be horrible being misrepresented like that, people will have heard of him more. Yeah. And that, elections is so much about just like, have you heard of the person? That's kind of like half the game, isn't it?
I think the thing is, you're so right. He's getting a lot more airtime than the Greens ever really used to get, I think. Still not enough. Yeah. Still not the amount that they should be based on membership and stuff, right? Reform get loads of airtime, loads of positive stuff. The Greens less so. But the reason that it was brought up by the Chancellor of the Exchequer is because they're all scared. Yeah. Because the Greens are doing well. And let me just say that again. From March 2025 to August 2025, they gained 10,000 members, right? So March, April, May, June, July, August, so about 5-ish months, right? And then from August 2025 to November 2025, so what is that? August, September, October, November, 3 months, way less time. They gained, what was that? 100,000 members, 10 times more than they had in the previous 5 months. Wow. Yeah. So the Greens are doing quite well. And obviously what happens when when left parties start to do well is that this sort of more establishment-y kind of center-right people get scared. and start trying to bring them down. The same thing that happened with Jeremy Corbyn, the same thing that's happened with many, like Zoran Mamdani. They did a similar sort of thing with him as well, right? You know, constantly just trying to find any reason to cut them down. If the worst you can find on Zack Polanski is that he was in a Crappy Sun article over a decade ago, I think.
Well, but the thing is it's like that's the worst you can find about him, and it's not even true. Like some politicians, you find something, it's bad, it affects them, and it is true,
and it was true then and it's true now,
and they try to move on from it.
Yeah.
But this is literally like, oh, you did this, and he goes, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, I don't have anything else on you. Please don't vote for him.
Literally. And if you watch the interview, the Good Morning Britain interview that I've got linked below, at one point the interviewer's like, no. Well, to be fair to me, you didn't answer my question. And Zack already had answered the question about him not having believed it. And what's crazy as well is not only had he already answered it in that interview, he'd already answered it in a previous interview a year ago. And he'd also released a statement. 12 years ago at the time.
Oh, God. I just really hope that you can use that, because sometimes, not always, absolutely not always, but sometimes that does cut through when audiences, if you're in an interview and the person being interviewed is like, come on, man, can you just treat your audience like they're adults, please, and not children? And actually you end up winning the argument there, because the audience goes, yeah, why is this newspaper, why is ITV, why is BBC fundamentally misrepresenting something, even if it's just for entertainment value because it's funny. If it's not true, like, don't waste my time.
No, exactly.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I've heard references to this a lot, and I've never heard any reference to the fact that it's not true.
Well, the thing is, the article exists.
But
the article
that he
exists.
didn't
That is
believe
true.
it, and that he said he didn't believe it the day after, and that he never sold this service.
He never had people pay
I've
for
never
it.
heard that.
And like the way that people are trying to spin it is that he took advantage of women, blah blah blah, and it's just because the thing is, and as well because he's Jewish and he's pro-Palestine, he's kind of, you know, how do I put this, almost culturally bulletproof at the moment.
But he's also,
do you know what I mean? Because insofar as what would be happening what tends to happen with left-wing politicians right now is if you're pro-Palestine, then you're anti-Jew.
Right.
Is the thing that people try and say. You can't really do that when the guy
He's the guy. Wow.
But then also, if you're Jewish, people will say, well, then you're a Zionist.
Yeah.
Right? That like they'll be anti-Semitic. But they can't. Like he's got that perfect. He's got it. It's
That's so funny.
It's like
you're just watching these people trying to compute this, and they're just like a head explodes. Like, oh God!
And he's gay.
He's gay.
And he's
perfect.
gay.
Yes, he's gay as well. Yeah. Woo!
It's like a perfect
he's
chill.
The guy.
No, but
he's
it's
the
great.
one. He's the savior.
No,
the guy, the one from the Matrix.
But no, it's great. And so like so this the science of this is such that there is no evidence that you can grow your boobs just by hypnotism.
Boo.
Bzz. And luckily, Zack Polanski did not claim that you could. I think the main takeaway from this is don't trust the sun. And you know how you get advice when you're a kid? Don't look directly into the sun.
Yes.
Applies to the newspaper as well. Don't look at it. Just don't.
Well, I'm so glad I've come, because I've finally learned. I've been reading it all these years.
At what point did you ejaculate, Luke?
When you mentioned Rupert Murdoch.
You mentioned Rupert Murdoch.
That's why. It just came out, you know. Rupert Murdoch. Is that
what you
that's
say?
The sound I'd make.
Is that what you say?
Yeah.
So we'll be carrying on this episode over on Patreon, where I'll be using the Polanski method on Luke's flat chest. That is the Zack Polanski method, not the other one. I think Luke has aged out of the other Polanski method.
Oh. I don't like that. I don't like that. I've met his daughter.
Oh! So you're a fan then? Is that what you're...
Of her, yeah. She's great. She's great. Not so much the, you know.
No. Probably one of the worst Polanskis out there.
Other than, obviously, obviously.
Oh, Zack.
This
Yeah.
crook.
Yeah.
This
Ask
crook.
the son. It's a toss up between which one is the worst. Yeah. No. But is there anything else you want to say before we get done, Luke?
No, I think I've said it all.
It's too late anyway, Luke. It's the end of the episode. There's no time. There's no time.
Oh.
And that is all from us. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Before we go, we'd like to thank all of our patrons with a very extra special thank you to exec producers Rev Lunar, Glitch Rabbit, and Cody Miller. And
Legends.
thank you for watching and listening. You can find the full references for this episode down in the description. Subscribe for new episodes every Monday now.
Yep.
And I've messed this outro up so much. It's been so long since
Do
we've
it
done
again?
it. Nope.
No.
Subscribe for you guys. Find our merch and Patreon and everything else at sciguyspod.co.uk.
That's SciGuysPod.co.uk. SciGuysPod.co.uk.
You can follow me at Not Gory everywhere.
You can follow me at Luke Cupforth everywhere.
And you can follow
Come to the Patreon for
Follow
my
us to
tiny
Patreon.
toes.
But no, what? No, we're not doing that, are we?
Oh, tiny toe reveal.
A tiny toe. Bye. Oh, and Zack, if you did watch this, I'm really sorry, man. I mean, I know you won't have watched this. I mean, Zack Polanski hasn't watched this, but if he has,
Maybe.
we're both sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for the media and what they did to you. And I'm sorry for the Chancellor.
Wrap it up.
I'm just so sorry.
Wrap
I
it up.
can't rush how sorry
Wrap
I am.
it up.
Sorry.
Bye.